Welcome to another episode of Just Talk, the #1 podcast on all social media. Just start the man. Yeah. Guys, just start the man, you say? Just start the man. So, tonight we'll be having another controversial topic. Some man like talk about them topic, yeah. Some man are gonna lie about them topic, yeah. Because we don't know the things yet, but yeah what? Tonight's topic, will you or would you date back your ex? That is tonight's topic. And panel with us tonight, we have a new member. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Junior the Zoni, known as Lucky Gonzalez.
Mr. The Zoni.
Yeah.
Next member that was not on the previous podcast.
JD, one JD, yeah.
One JD. Okay, so guys, as I said, tonight's discussion will be, would you date back your ex? Mr. One JD, would you date back your ex, sir?
No, I'm not deal with mates.
Why?
First of all, I want to be the past. Past of the past, I want to go back to that.
But that past was your future. Or that past was your present. So what happened?
No, that's a test run.
That's a test run. so the test run never work out.
Never work out.
Boy, I don't want to have the test run now. I don't want to have the test run now. I just want
a straight thing.
Well,
Married.
I am already settled in, so you don't know. Yeah. Mr. Junior, would you date back your ex, sir?
No, wouldn't date back my ex because it doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense?
It doesn't make no sense.
Okay, so why do you say that it doesn't make any sense?
Because if a person cheat, for example, if a person like me as
No, I jump in, man. I never say your ex cheat. You understand? Suppose something happen and you're going to just separate. You understand? I never say ex cheat. So if your ex never cheat, only just separate. And further, couple months down the road, and so you see her and she show back interest in you and stuff like that. Would you give her a chance?
It depends. It depends.
Alright, the man said depends, but depends on what?
Yeah. If it deal with what I should say, it deal with maturity.
Okay, so if you see him more mature,
yes,
then you'll give her an next chance.
Yeah.
Very good answer, sir.
Yes.
To Mr. Ray, not Ray and nephew. I lost one Ray. Not Ray and nephew. Just one Ray. Mr. Ray, would you date back your ex, sir?
No time.
No time?
No time.
12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, no time at all?
No time.
Clock broke up.
Broke up.
Oh God, man. What is the reason why you said that, sir?
In real life, no, it won't mix.
You know, say not back mix.
No,
You realize, hold on, no, man.
No,
You realize him take a deep side before him would have date back mix. So, what's the why?
So why is that from me a link and realize say no work, it don't really matter what from we just cut off I just eat that.
Okay, so
You get me?
understand. Everybody have their own reason why they would or would not do back something, but understandable. Jumping on to our next question. What advice would you give to your younger self?
To my younger self. Alright.
Sorry, him not whole, you know. You understand? But what advice would you give to your younger self?
Younger self. Know what is love. Different from know when somebody love you than when somebody just dead for the sake.
Yeah.
You get me? Because are two people them seem alike, but are two different things. That when somebody love you genuinely,
Yeah.
that when somebody just did it for the benefits.
So know to differentiate the difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Junior, what advice would you? A Rasta, you know. Yes. What advice would you give to your younger self?
Look out of my eye them.
In regards to what?
In regards of things that like if the certain mistake I make,
Yeah.
me not make it again.
Okay, I understand. Okay, sir. So ensure that you don't make the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
No problem.
Once bitten, twice shy.
Alright. Once you know what that means? Girl break your water already. Mister, what advice would you give to your younger self, sir?
What advice I would give to my younger self is that when a person make one mistake, I hit that. You can't come back from that, in my opinion.
I don't agree with you, Pan.
You agree with that, man?
No, man, I don't agree with you, Pan, that. What if what if a sibling made a mistake? You tell me say
No,
you wouldn't
sibling-
forgive your sister?
sibling and girl are different.
No, me never.
No, girlfriend.
I never said girlfriend.
But
I said that is what in your brain.
Yeah, tell me a thing.
I never have a girlfriend, you know. You said what advice would you give to your younger self? And you said if somebody make a mistake.
Yeah.
No man, I wouldn't really agree, but it is his opinion. But
Yeah.
who am I? You understand?
Yeah, understand. Yeah.
Okay, next question that I'm gonna throw at my panel and you the viewers. What's the worst dating advice you have ever received? The worst dating advice. Yeah, you're bridging them there, a rap and your bridging tell you something and it just never sit well with you. What's the worst dating advice one of your friends have ever said to you?
Worst dating advice, I don't know what that Jay said to me is that man say, yo, you just meet a girl. You just meet a girl for hook her up. Show some love her. And want her. Brother, I worst advice that man ever tell me in my life, man.
You go up the girl and never be
Brother, I go to the girl and hug the girl, whether the girl push me and I friend friend them.
Works.
Brother, you see me shame me, bad man.
Boy, well, so the thing said, what's the worst advice? What's the worst dating advice have you ever gotten?
The way one time I have some friend when they tell me some things like, oh, when me approach a woman, he might tell me say, yo, mama, but no, you can't call woman just like that. And
You have to be respectable.
respectable at all times.
At all times.
Because on every woman stay the same.
The same.
Yeah,
Very good.
understood.
So gentlemen, be respectable
Respect.
at all times.
Respect.
What's the worst dating advice that you have ever gotten?
You can agree with that car.
No, hold on, no man. So, oh, you are walk foot. And somebody will tell you, say, look a girl with a car.
You never know when you be things anyway.
No, but you got what? A sponge for the lady.
Maybe
No, man, we don't
you
do
don't look at me with
those.
a car, you don't know what mindset stage. Because I say, oh, I want him for the money and this and that, and now look on you personally, you get me?
Okay, I understand. Don't look a girl with a car.
Yeah.
Alright. Have you ever cried in front of your partner, sir? Have you ever cried in front of your partner?
They are put for the spotlight.
Yeah,
so,
man, no, have you ever cried in front of your partner?
Me love my wife, so yeah, me cry in front of my wife.
You show emotion.
Show emotion, man. My wife that thing, me love her.
Oh, no, suppose you show emotion and she turn to you and say, yo, hold up your stress, sir.
Jesus, please.
If she turn to you, I say, hold up your stress, sir.
No, me can't go work, man. Because you feel like as a man, no, in society, you know, you feel like I'm gonna take it as yo, that gay for those show a man really show emotion to a woman. You get me? And say, but if you really have a mature girl, and you don't want to that mature mindset, bro, the relationship is solid, bro.
Solid.
Solid.
And carb cement.
Solider than that.
Alright, alright.
Diamond.
Have you ever cried in front of your partner, sir?
Never.
Why? You're too macho?
Not. Well, I should say I've been across a lot of girls who can't cry in front of them and society.
Based on society, the response that you will get from society?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, understand. Have you ever cried in front of your partner, Mr.
No.
J?
First of all, I don't think we get the chance to do this.
Did I get a chance? Was she leaving before time?
So,
so the relationship crashed
crash before.
very soon.
Yeah, before we could really get deep.
No, sir.
That's right.
No, sir. That is very bad. That is very bad. So, I'm sorry for hearing that, you know. But
a part of life, man.
so have you ever reached out back to that girl?
No, it don't make no sense.
Why it don't make no sense?
Because I'm past some things or do some things. Me make a mistake, you know. First of all, I me.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh, so you were the one that was in the wrong?
Here and there. Yeah, me, I can't say that. I can't say that. I mean, me was in the wrong.
Okay.
Sometimes with some little action, me have to make. You get me? Sometimes I feel a way, I feel this. You get me?
I understand.
You know, you get me? You know, I move that way. So sometimes I make some fool mistake. I make some assumptions. I make some dumb assumptions.
And then they end up
Yeah,
hurt in the end.
Yeah, hurt in the end.
So gentlemen, remember, you know, this segment is mostly for the gentleman. And gentleman, don't make a dumb assumption. Don't be like Jay.
Yeah,
don't be like Jay. So, alright, next thing. When did you realize society's definition of masculinity didn't fit you? The way society
Nowadays, you talk about nowadays?
Yeah, man, nowadays society, man. Which year you in? At 2025 we in now. We can't talk about back then. We're speaking of now.
Yeah,
So when do you realize that our society look at masculinity? It's not for you, because nowadays it's like, say, you can't be too masculine. You can't show your emotions.
Yeah.
So it's like an unbalanced triangle. So when did you realize that the way society program it? It's not for you. You decide, alright, this is all I'm gonna do, my thing. Right? What triggered you to change and think outside of the box of how society set things?
From touching a grade 7, man.
You start looking at things different.
Yeah, my mindset change. You get me, I said, get more mature.
Yeah.
So I feel like, say, yo, King Solomon thing now go work. You get me a one burner. You get me, I say. And
No, but sorry for jumping, but Cartel come back on the scene and sorry. Cartel come back on the scene and the man come back and the man say my one burner. So what you try to say? It's wrong being a one burner? Is it wrong being what's wrong with being a one burner?
in a society now, the body now, you really find people who want to be a one burner.
Okay.
Everybody want.
So what if you find that perfect young lady that fit everything that you need, you're looking for in a woman?
Chop on to her. Really.
But you will be a one burner.
Mm-hmm.
So what's it take?
No matter, but she go be the burner, you know. She go ignite my fire, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You get me, I say? You go love her, care for her, bro. Do a man's job,
Yeah.
bro. You get me, I say? Yo, in reality, you can't stop a woman from leave you. But if you're not do your job good, that's gonna happen. You get me, I say?
So
Yeah.
going back to the whole factor of holding up your stress.
Mm-hmm.
As a man, how would we or how should we handle loneliness and emotional struggles without talking about it? How would you say we as men should handle our emotional stress? Because society have it that we as men we should hold up with stress.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a problem of express.
Yeah.
How we feel. It's a problem of express our emotions.
Yeah.
We have been told for all of your stress, man.
Understand.
You understand?
Yeah.
So how do you think we should deal with that stigma of holding up your stress? Do you think it's a right approach? Or do you think it's best to find counseling, find someone to talk to, and just deal with that? Just have somebody you can say, yo, me I go through a little rough patch, you know.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
This is what me I face.
Yeah.
You get me? So how do the viewers, how would you suggest that someone deal with loneliness or deal with their emotion? Should they hold up their stress, or should they find someone that they can talk to?
Well, it's best they find someone to talk to, because if you hold up your stress, you can commit suicide, do other sort of things which is detrimental to your mental health.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
best you
Feel
go
that,
to a
man.
counselor or someone who you can trust.
And relate those issues too.
Yes, and relate those issues too.
Understand
It doesn't make sense to keep it bottled up inside of you, because it's gonna
They're gonna affect you in the long run.
It's gonna affect you in the long run. You're gonna have a mental breakdown. Make you don't want to deal with nobody whatsoever.
So gentlemen, instead you hold up your stress. Find somebody and talk to.
Definitely.
If you cannot find nobody and to talk to, just start, no man. That's what we are here
Yeah,
for.
just
start,
start,
no
no
man.
man.
Just
Start,
send a DM, send an email, just start, no man. We are here.
Mm.
Jump on the podcast and let's talk about it.
Definitely,
Reach
man.
out. So if you can't find no one to talk to, if you're facing something you can't find no one to talk to,
Just
we are
start.
here.
start.
Just start, no man.
Just start, no man.
So what's your take on it?
You personally think if you learn to love yourself first, to be comfortable being alone.
Good.
Because every time, sometimes people not even care with us. I'm not fact. You go to them and say this and that. So
Them not really business.
Them
Them just want to hear.
hear.
Them not business, but them just want to hear your business.
Yeah, them want to hear it.
Okay.
You get me? So sometimes if you be comfortable with yourself, comfortable being alone. Okay, if you just learn of your own self, learn to love yourself and thing, you get me?
Yeah, understand.
Yeah.
Mr. Ray, not Ray them nephew, one Ray.
Mhm.
One Ray.
Yeah.
How would you give, what kind of advice would you give to your fellow men out there to deal with loneliness or stuff like that?
Based on the two man, them say, I really told them, you get me, I say, sometimes not everybody can understand what you truly are say and what you truly are feel. You
Yeah.
get me, I say. So sometimes you go through the rough part by yourself. And then again, it also good, say, it also good, say, you have somebody that you can talk to on the side, bro. You get me, I say, somebody you can talk to, bro. Because, yeah, it's just naturally good, bro. Naturally good, man.
Alright, understandable.
Yeah.
What's one fear you have that you think other man share but don't admit it? So first thing, what I want you to tell me and tell your audience.
Yeah.
What is one fear that you have where you think other man out there have the same fear but they don't want to admit say yo, me have that fear there. So I'm not gonna make you answer yet, you know. What is one fear you have that you think other men out there have the same fear but they're afraid? It's so, they have the fear but they're also afraid to admit that they have that fear.
Yeah.
So first, what is your fear? What's one fear that you're afraid to admit? You're gonna admit now.
Well, afraid that woman left me.
No man, you need to, the camera not, the audience not hearing you man. You need to speak up man, and the audience hear you man.
My fear is that that things are gonna repeat itself.
Like in what way?
Like heartbreak, but everybody have to go through that. Every man have to go through that, regardless. Cause a man with fear, them heart to be brave, but them have to go through that fear. You have to conquer the fear, regardless.
You feel face the fears.
Regardless. of
Understand. So what is one fear that you have that you have never admit before, and you think other man out there have a similar fear,
Yeah.
but also fear to admit the fear? No man, you want to start off with you first, you know. What is your fear?
So ball, the one thing.
The ball.
Yeah, men ball,
Yeah.
Ball and silence. Most all of them ball out there.
All of them ball.
At least once, so that's one fear. Nobody don't really want to talk, especially towards girl and thing.
Yeah, because you're afraid but all them might react.
Yeah, right, might react and thing.
So you think other gentlemen out there
will cry.
share that similar
Yeah.
fear of crying in front of ladies because they are
Not
afraid.
crying in front of ladies, overall.
Crying overall.
Crying overall.
So you think that is because of how society would look at?
Yeah. You know, my mother about, my mother and my father see me about.
Yeah.
Probably when they lick me when I'm young, but other than, grow up and thing we can't really
Express
yeah,
It's always an how society would accept that.
And now woman more, them can express them feelings,
more.
them can,
Okay.
You get me?
So Mr. Ray, what is one fear that you have never shared before? You're afraid to admit that you think other gentlemen out there have in common with you?
And in a real life, I don't really have no fear,
Yeah.
I tell you the truth.
Viewers, I lie matter there.
No, I'm not telling
I lie
that.
matter
I'm
there,
not telling
viewers.
that.
But make him continue.
I don't have no fear, because if you cry in front of your significant other, that'll probably be the only thing. But my wife make me comfortable, so me can do that.
Yeah.
You get me? So I can express my feelings to her. You get me? I say, so, you have no fear, no fear heartbreak, no fear none of that. You get me? I say, because me have a relationship stronger than carry cement.
Carry cement.
Cement.
Well, me have a fear, Why? As big and thick as we might look, me have a fear, but you see, if you want to know my fear, you have to ask me in the comment section. That's the only way. That's the only way I tell you my fear. You have to ask me in the comment section, but I'm not going to tell you my fear, so. Yeah, man. I'm going to know society, they're going to judge me. So, if you want to know what is my fear? Ask me in the comment section. Next thing that I would like to ask. What is one thing that you ever done to impress your significant other? Alright, one thing, man. What is one thing that you ever done to impress your significant other?
Oh, that question is a good question. Well,
Remember that you're talking to the audience, you know, man. So you need to talk to the audience.
Well, that question is a good question, you know. What have I ever done to impress my significant other? Well, to me, in my opinion, being kind, respectful, but being dominant
At the same
at
time.
the same time.
Okay, sir. What is one thing that you ever done to impress your significant other? That you have never done for nobody else, but you want to impress that girl yourself.
We're not go too deep, but
No, you don't have to go too deep, man. You can just,
I'll take off my shirt and shirt.
Hey.
Abs.
Alright, share the abs them. What is one thing you have ever done to impress your significant other?
Try, feel like beat her in a particular subject.
Yeah.
Outsmart her.
Outsmart her.
Yeah, because my girl.
So your girl is a smarty?
Okay,
so
things she probably feel like say yo, you're not gonna beat in that subject, yeah. Something so books. Get a higher grade than her.
Yeah.
Crack her jelly. And you say, oh that boy you're bright. Oh I think yeah, that's what you feel like, you know?
Yeah.
So growing up, what is one lie that you've ever told when you was much smaller that you still remember that lie, you know? You tell a lie if you get out of trouble.
Yo, don't tell anybody, you know. Mom will be in. Never be there even to go from school. There's some boy, some ball in the middle. I put on some roll on and then you see, I never be in.
And you tell lie say you had a wonderful bag.
Yeah, but I want to cool on you.
What is one lie that you told when you were much younger that you still remember to the day?
Well, there's a lot of things.
No man, just tell one man. We don't want, you can't reveal everything. So you just want to tell one.
One thing. Me say, one the kind of complex to tell still.
Don't tell the complex one, man. Just tell the simple one.
Simple
Yeah, just tell the simple one.
Yo, you know when you are youth growing up, your mother cook the food and food left over. And when you wait till your parents never sleep,
You're going on the pot.
go in the pot, and take out two chicken foot out, take out some rice and dumpling. You don't know anything, go.
No.
You don't know. Where are you do them thing there?
Yeah, so when I wake up in the morning, I realize, say, yo, them favorite piece of chicken missing. You just blame it for your siblings.
Like, yo,
Millions,
but it's
man.
more like CLB.
Understand. So, Mr. J,
Yeah.
what is one lie that you're told where you just have to reveal a lie? Nobody never know about a liar. This is the first you're going to reveal this lie. You told this lie to get out of some problem. What is that one lie?
One time, enough time I'm at off, and I want about 10,000 times. Enough time, man. I tell my mother say, I'm meat with chicken, I'm meat the bull and everything. They always each time for me, I'm hold up the liar. I don't know.
Hold it.
One time, I tell one time I put my hand on the Bible, and they say, yo, tell me, say, I know you, and I say, I know me, you know me. Brother, I be a things to do. I'm wicked, man.
People, mommy, daddy, me personally I gonna send this to you.
Nah, see this.
There, Jay, you go far, but
Yeah.
you don't know. Viewers, we wrap things up. Before we wrap up,
Yeah.
what's the one lie that you've ever told from a child that you still remember to the day? There was a lie you have to tell. You have to tell the liar to get out of problem. So in the comment section, when you drop for me, what's the biggest lie that you have ever told to get out of a certain situation? Thanks for joining us. And remember, One just talk.
One just talk.
Just talk, the man.
Yeah.
One just talk.
One just talk.